Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going through some of the best deals that you can pick up for your Switch this weekend, and every game that we cover today is at a brand new low, and we'll stick to deals under $10 so it won't break the bank either. We also have a massive giveaway to do. We'll be drawing for 5 copies of the awesome new Metroidvania, Curse of the Sea Rats. Please remember to show the devs and publishers some love of your favorite games. They actually made this giveaway possible after reading your comments on one of our previous videos where we first covered the game. Alright my friends, thanks as always for hanging out, and with all that said, let's go ahead and dive in. Stay safe out there, and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start today with Gunborg Dark Matters, which is a single-player arcade-style action platformer, and it runs very smooth here on the Switch. The action is intense and skill-based, and you have the ability to pick up any weapon that the enemies have, and then use it back on them. Now, it can get a bit overwhelming, but they do have a difficulty slider in the settings to make things a little easier or tougher depending on your skill level, and the soundtrack is another highlight for us. Right now you can pick up this gem for just $374, marked down 75% into the 17th, a brand new low, and the download is just under 900 megabytes. Alright, next we have The Swords of Ditto Mormo's Curse, which is a top-down action RPG with local co-op for up to 2 players. It has a main story that should last about 15 hours, and the download is around 1.7 gigs. Now what's really cool about this game is that every adventure sort of becomes its own legend for the following ones, meaning that the good and bad decisions you make, your successes and failures, they all will carry over to the following run and could have an impact on the future adventure. This can even affect the items and upgrades that you'll be able to find as well. Now the game is full of beautiful environments and secrets to uncover all over the place, and you can take on the main quest or tackle any of the numerous side quests that will be available to you. If you're interested in this one, be sure to pick it up again before the sale ends on the 17th. It's marked down 75% to a brand new low of just $374. The Talos Principle is a single-player, first-person puzzle solver, similar to games like Myst from back in the 90s. However, this one is a bit more forgiving on the player. With that said though, the puzzles can take quite a while to figure out, and getting stuck for an extended period of time is not that uncommon. There are over 100 different puzzles to solve in total, and they consistently change up to keep you guessing, and the environments are pretty intricate as well, becoming part of the puzzles themselves oftentimes. Now if you do get stuck for a bit, you do have the option to try a different puzzle and then just come back, which is nice, and right now the game is marked down 85% to a brand new low of just $449, making it an excellent time to pick it up if you're a fan of the genre. You will need about 3.7 gigs for the download though. Up next we have My Friend Pedro, which is a single-player 2D platform shooter, again from Devolver Digital, with a download around 6 gigs and a main story that should last about 6 to 7 hours to finish up. Now this one requires a bit of strategic use of the mechanics such as the split stick aiming and the slow motion ability that you'll get, and it gives players a true sense of connection to the character, as you have an amazing amount of control with both hands and your body as you twist and turn through the air, unleashing a wall of bullets towards your enemies. This one is always a fan favorite whenever it goes on sale, and for good reason. It's a blast to play. If you're interested, make sure to grab it before the sale ends again on the 17th. Right now it's marked down 75% to just $499, again a brand new low, but it will again require about 6 gigs for the download. Enter the Gungeon is one of my favorite indie games all time on the Switch. It's a twin-stick shooter with a download around 450 megabytes, and it offers dozens of hours of gameplay, both due to the addictive nature of the game and the difficulty itself. It's the type of game that hooks you in with really challenging gameplay and then rewards you for getting better. The levels are designed well, with the enemies being clever plays on different gun types or ammunition, and the boss battles are amazing, sharing that same theme. Now it does have a multiplayer mode as well. Even if it is a bit limited, the entire game can be played locally with a friend. Right now you can pick up Enter the Gungeon for just $5.99, marked down 60% again until the 17th, a steal of a deal, again at a new low. Loop Hero is a single-player strategy RPG from Devolver Digital with a download around 270 megabytes, and it offers more than 30 hours of gameplay on average. Now the game is all about going around in circles, but what keeps it interesting is that every trip something new changes or something new comes at you. It's kind of a mashup of deck building, board games, and RPG mechanics. It's hard to explain, but as you make your way around, you'll place down cards for attacks or other maneuvers, and then at the end of every run you can upgrade your base of operations, which will give you even more powerful cards to then use later. The game is wildly addictive and worth checking out while on sale again until the 17th at a new low of just $5.99. Next we have Neon Abyss, which is a single-player 2D action platformer from Team 17 with a download around 750 megabytes, and this one could take players more than 20 hours to finish up. It's another unique dungeon crawler where you can combine the items and upgrades that you find in nearly infinite different ways, plus each run is altered by the last, so things are always changing up as well. The controls feel great, the combat is fast and fun, plus there are different endings that you can unlock, and there's DLC that you can pick up if you enjoy the base game. Right now Neon Abyss is on sale for just $6.99, marked down 65% to a brand new low, and the deal ends on the 15th. Up next we have Children of Morta the Complete Edition, which is an isometric action RPG with a download around 2.5 gigs, and the main story should last more than 15 to 20 hours to wrap up. Now the game centers around a family that has to overcome an evil force that is taking over the surrounding forest, and it lets players explore as several different family members, each with different moves and skill sets, many of which will have to be unlocked first. It's definitely a tough game, make no mistake about that, and this version comes with all of the DLC and has local co-op for 2 players as well. Right now you can pick up Children of Morta the Complete Edition for just $7.98, a brand new low, again until the 17th. Up next we have CARRION, which is a single-player 2D action platformer with a download just under 600 megabytes and a main story that will last about 5 to 6 hours to wrap up. Now the game is classified as a reverse horror game, which just basically means that you get to play as the bad guy or the monster. In this one you can consume your victims to become even stronger or mutate into an even more powerful creature. And then you get to wreak havoc and take out your enemies as you try to escape from an isolated prison. The graphics and sound are top notch, just like with Butcher, which was another awesome 2D platformer, and if you're interested in CARRION, make sure to grab it up before the sale ends again on the 17th. It's marked down 60% to a brand new low of just $7.99. Mothered is a newer release here on the Switch, and it plays out as a looping horror experience where you start off on a Sunday by heading to your old home with your father, and you're given a day and night cycle lasting 1 week total. Now during this time you'll be interacting with some of your family members, but mostly your mother, only she's not quite as you remember her, and in fact many things seem out of place. As you work through the story, you basically have to solve the riddle or it will just loop over again at the end of the week. It's a cool concept and each game cycle lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You'll likely end up playing through a few times before figuring everything out though, and right now it's on sale for just $7.99 until the 19th with a download just under half a gig. New Super Lucky's Tale is a single-player 3D platformer that offers roughly 8 to 10 hours of story, and the download is just over 7.5 gigs. Now in this one we're back following Lucky on his latest adventure through the Book of Ages, and this time it's a fun story with a variety of cool levels to make your way through. The game is also a collectathon as well, with interesting and engaging puzzles to solve along the way. Now the game runs very well on the Switch with a simple to learn control scheme making it fun for all ages, and right now you can pick up New Super Lucky's Tale for just $8.99, marked down 70% until the 16th, making it a brand new low. Lost in Play is a point-and-click puzzle-style adventure game where we play as 2 siblings lost in their imagination, searching for a way home. It has a download around 1.5 gigs and should take roughly 2 to 4 hours to work your way through. Now this is a family-friendly title, so most of the gameplay and puzzles are pretty simple, and even if you get stuck, there are hints offered throughout as well, and of course it does have that nice cartoonish art design. The mini games and puzzles are fun, and there are a bunch of different types to keep it feeling fresh, and while the story isn't all that complex, it offers enough to keep you engaged until the end. Right now you can pick it up at a new low of just $9.99 on sale until the 26th at half price. Alright my friends, it's time for us to draw some winners for the giveaway. Thank you to everyone that entered, and good luck to you all as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, there we have it. Congrats again to the winners, and thank you all as always. We'll do another one real soon, so stay tuned for that. And on that note, I was gone for about a week, and so I apologize for the absence. I was spending the week with Little Man. He was home from school for a spring break, and I was addicted to the best remake ever made as well. We had about 15 people or so unsub, and I understand that. However, I would like to take a moment to thank all of those that are still here. It's scary to think that even being gone for just a couple of days could be enough for people to head out. So for those of you that stick with us, I just want you to know I really do appreciate it. I'm trying my absolute best, and sometimes we all need a little breather, and we need to spend time with the ones that we love. So again, thanks for understanding, and of course being a true friend to us. And to my buddy Mario, my brother, and to your family, I'm sorry for your loss, buddy, and I want to give you a special shout out for your little sister. Keep your head up and remember that you're loved always, and if you ever need a hug, just find your big bro, squeeze him as hard as you can, and if he gives you any grief at all, you just let me know. Alright everybody, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you all for hanging out. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button for us. It will help spread the video around. Drop a comment down below if you plan to pick up any of the games, and if you're new and you enjoyed it, please hit that red button to join our crew.